I grew a TikTok account to over 900,000 followers, and that number means absolutely nothing. I regret a lot of what I did, even though I got a ton of views. And here's why. Most people when starting off on TikTok focus only on the numbers, only on the views, only on the followers, because that's what TikTok throws right into your face. It's so easy to track progress when we're focused on view numbers. But if we focus too much on view chasing, we won't build an actual foundation that we can build an actual personal brand on top of. And that's the mistake I made when I grew this account to 900,000 followers. I was making comedy shitpost videos. And yes, that was kind of just for fun. But now since I'm actually trying to build a real personal brand, I'm starting off slow and growing more slowly, not view chasing, and focusing on building a connection with my audience, being myself on camera, showing actual transparent, vulnerable pieces from my life so viewers actually know who I am and follow me for me and not whatever comedy shitpost trends that I follow. So how do you actually build a proper foundation as a creator and as an influencer who changes lives and has a fan base and a community that actually loves and cares about them? I want all you creators out there to ask yourself these two questions and really think about them. I know this is TikTok and we're kind of just like scrolling through your For You page, but really sit down and think about these two questions because they really matter. Who are you trying to help? And really, instead of just making this broad, like, oh, I want to help like a whole generation. No. Think of a specific person that you have in your life. Literally just one person, because this is a person that you're going to be speaking to in all of your videos. This is the person that you're going to visualize in your head when you're talking on camera. And two, what impact do you want to have on their life? This is how you speak in your videos with a level of depth and value and care and passion that will actually change lives and actually make people love you as a creator, not just kind of like your videos. There's a difference.
900,000 followers. Could you imagine having almost 1 million subscribers, followers on whatever platform you're on? Like, shit. Damn. If I had that many subscribers, man, I'm telling you, manipulation, it would have been high. It would have been high. I've been telling y'all do all types of crazy stuff. It would have been like Andrew Tate times 10, but like on a nerdy kind of sense. I'd be making y'all do like Star Wars type stuff. It would just be, it would be dark. That's what I'm saying. Don't give me 900,000 subscribers. Give me 2 million. Yeah, I saw this video on TikTok and I thought to myself, how relatable. Because I do understand what he's saying. And by the way, the TikToker who did the video, and I'll put his like info down below so you guys can go follow him. He's a really smart guy. I checked out a few more of his other videos and I thought his content was really good and it was positive and it was really healthy based. And those are the type of accounts I like to follow, especially if they're based in social media growth, finding yourself, branding. That's your girl. That's what I went to school for. Super handsome, by the way, too. So it worked out for me. It was perfect. It was God's plan. I relate. I remember back in the day, I had, probably too old for y'all, but I had a Tumblr account when I was, man, I think I was like maybe 17, 18. And like my Tumblr was popping. I had followers, all types of stuff. People were following me. I was really into that curly hair kind of like, you know, route, especially as I hit like 21 and 22. It's like during that time, everyone was transitioning to having like curly hair, and that's kind of where I popped off. So I was super big on that until I realized once I was ready to become an author and to start doing this like the self-help type stuff, that none of those people who were actually following me were going to transition into supporting my poetry, my books, my children's books, my literature. I don't even think majority of them even knew that I was smart. And I'm incredibly smart. That's like the problem. Too smart. Like it hurts. Like me and Jimmy Neutron, we're competing. Like it's that bad. Like Dexter's Laboratory, I was in the lab. Let me calm down. I learned it the hard way about 2014, 15, 16 to 16. All the people who were following me, who initially were following me for my looks and for my curly hair and like for that type of like aesthetic, once I tried to transition them into me being an author and writer, and I was purely only posting poetry, none of them transitioned into my brand, into supporting me, into buying my books, into meeting me at these like book events. Like I would have book events and nobody, like, yo, I promise you, like, on God, I can get my brother to even like vouch for me. I had a book event in my first one in Upland. Ain't nobody shut up. None of my like supporters, nobody on social media shut up for me. And it wasn't their fault because I didn't know my following. The following I had, they weren't my actual supporters. They were just random people who saw me on the internet and just, you know, like my curly hair. But fast forward now, mama, when she posts something on the poetry side, on the fiction, when I tell them, hey, I'm dropping a book on the 14th of April, which I am, I'll put the book right here so y'all can look at it. Boom, April the 14th, 2023, A Well of Thoughts. When I tell them, hey, I'm dropping a book, what do? Hey, Rye, I'm gonna give you a review for it right now. Where do I go? Where's the link? Immediately. They don't even play around anymore. I had a lady last night at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. She hits me up, hey, I'm buying all your books. I just wanted to let you know. It's easy. It's so easy. That's why I like that video. I looked at it and I was like, okay, I get it. Because it sucks when at first you don't understand who you are when you're, it's not like that for everybody, but for him, he just wanted to make comedy and sketches and those type of videos for engagement. And there is a market for him. And he could have stayed in that lane of making those videos, but he grew up. He wanted to rebrand himself into a completely different market. And that's hard, retraining your audience to like something that's completely outside of what they know you are, of your character that you've exposed to them. I feel like that's why a lot of like YouTubers struggle. Like in the beginning, and I used to watch those YouTubers back in the day who were very animated, who were very like enthusiastic about everything they do. I used to watch a lot of car content just because I love cars. That's just my passion. I love Porsches, Corvettes. I love like muscle cars. I go to car shows. That's my vibe. And I used to watch these YouTubers and they would be so overly animated when they would get into these cars. Like they would just, instead of just getting into like, say like an F-type Jaguar and just driving it going, wow, it's fast. The interior is nice. The car, coupe, wow. They would get in there and like, ah, start screaming and start doing a whole bunch of weird stuff. And of course it was funny, but over time, as they got older, because that's what happens, you're going to get older, you're going to grow up, you're gonna start getting tired of pretending to be somebody you're not, and you're gonna look and be like, yo, I'm not doing this no more. It's like, I think Jake Paul was having that situation, or his brother, the other one, I can't remember their names, but he used to do very animated type videos and hey guys, and you know, all that stuff. And you know, he's older now. He's like, I think he's like 27, 28, like around my age, and just, you ain't doing all that. Like, once you get past 26, you're just like, I ain't doing that stuff no more. I'm tired. Like, let me just make this video and like talk to you about what I want to talk about, and that's it. Like, that's it. Like, take it for what it is. This is my energy level, and that's it. You take it. It's up to you. But no more with the like the weirdness and me not being me. Like, you can do that, but after a while you're gonna get tired. I promise you, you will get burnt out of it, you know? I've been seeing this trend happening a lot on TikTok of these people who've been growing these mega accounts, like 2 million, 3, 5, especially in the heydays of TikTok, when TikTok was like popping off during the pandemic. They were growing major big accounts. And with that, a lot of them did not essentially establish that connection with their following. Like, their brands were huge, but what was their brand? They were huge, they were famous, but what were they actually famous for? I don't know. Like, no one really knew. So once they decided to become a musician or a fashion designer or whatever, no one would show up to their stuff. Like there was this TikToker, I think like last year I saw it. She had a meet and greet. She had 1 million subscriber followers. She hosted like an event, I think it was at Comic-Con or some like, event or whatever, where there's tons of people. And she announced it to all her subscribers, like, hey, come and meet me in person. Like, you can actually touch my hand. Like, see this wrist. Like, come over here. Like, I'm here. I'm a human being. Like, I breathe air too. Come with me. And nobody showed up to her event. Her line was empty. Empty. I gotta break up the words because it was so bad. But she had to learn that. She was like, oh man, this actually like is a thing. Like, it's horrible. Like, what went wrong? It's the emotional connection. I had to learn this the hard way. Like I told you guys, the Tumblr situation, that with me doing Instagram early on and, with all that. But you got to build that emotional connection with people. Like, gone are the days of celebrity. And I say that full-heartedly, my chest out, my whole chest out, like it's out. My chin up. The days of celebrity is over. Nobody cares about your celebrity. Like, we like them, but we're not going to do what we did in the early 2000s, in the 90s, in the 80s. Remember, like, back in the day, like, Rick James would perform and people would pass out? Like, we'll do that, but not really. It takes a lot more effort. Because it's back in the day, we didn't have the social media. But now we're getting so much information. We're getting, influenced by so many different people that we no longer want the camera person. We don't want the sitting here, with my bow tie on and just right in front of you, hey guys, all that. We want the personality. We want the charisma. We want to know who you are. If you have dark humor, which I like, that's why I like, what's her name? Damn, it's gonna kill me. What's her name? Jenna Ortega, there you go, from Wednesday. I like her personality. It's super dark, it's low energy, it's kind of like myself. My energy level is really just a 2. Then if I get like excited, it's a 3. If I'm mad, it goes back to 2. It doesn't really change. Even if I'm mad, I'm so mad at you. I'm pissed off. You better watch out. You see that? Like, you wouldn't even know. It's the same thing as me going, I'm really happy. It doesn't change. It's all the same. It just sounds all the same. It's that personality type. But I like Jenna Ortega for being her, for being a little bit quirky, for being a little bit, I would say like dark and menacing. Like, she might take your wallet for kicks. She might curse you, and there might be a drop of blood somewhere, but like, it's super cool. I like that aesthetic of who she is, and she's okay with showing that. But the days of celebrities being like a void, you just seeing a picture of them, them expecting us to show up for that, we're not going to do that. We want the personality. We want the emotional connection. We want to feel like when I'm sitting here with you, that we're actually having a conversation, which me and you, we are having a conversation. And that's why you should follow, like, share, buy my book. See how I did that? I'm so cool. I just threw in like a little, like, little plug. I am my plug, like, for sure. You'd be up in the hood, be like, hey, you want some of this? Like, they'll open their jacket, like, you want some? This is me. Hey, you want to read this book? By Rari, by me? That's what we want. We want the personality. We want to get to know you. We want to see what your thoughts are. Even if we don't agree with them, we can at least respect. Hopefully you can if you're mature enough. I can. I don't care what your opinion is of other people or the situations, because I'm grown. I have my own opinion. I pay taxes. I'm tired. I drink water now. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm not going to be bothered by too many people's personalities. It's just, I'm living in my own world. But I respect someone else's opinion, because I respect people. And if you operate like that, then that's perfect. That's what we want. And another thing The numbers do not matter. It's not about the numbers. Numbers don't mean crap. I'll tell you guys a story. So in the month of March, which just ended like yesterday, I hit over 4.3 million views, like in collection of all my my posts. And I'll drop my IG down below if you want to follow me, which you should, because who doesn't like quotes and like you get to see me do videos. It's like super positive. But I hit 4.3 million in just total views of just people visiting my my Instagram. I had a couple viral posts. What I mean by viral, over 1 million. It was 1 million on, one of them was a quote of mine that just blew up on IG. Like it gained me, just in the month of March, I gained, no lie, I gained about 3,000 followers just in that month, which is so awesome. But when I think about the number in total, 4.3 million. One of my posts, well, a couple of them hit over 1 million, but one in particular hit like 1 million super quickly. You would think that I would have sold 1 million books, right? Like that would just make sense. I would sell 1 million books. I didn't sell 1 million books. Just for the month of, and I'll be honest, just for the month of March, I probably only sold 350 books, which is still really amazing. I'm not gonna take anything from that. That's a blessing. I thank God for that. I'm super humbled that people will even want to support my book career and want to read what I wrote. It's absolutely amazing. But it ain't no million. It's not 1 million. I had to think about that. Out of all the millions of people who visit my site, only about 3,000 followed me, and out of the 3,000, only 300 actually bought a book from me. But that just tells you what like the numbers are. The numbers are always inflated, so don't really worry about that. And I said it in a video prior, I would rather have 10,000 followers who support me, who love what I write, who enjoy my content, who share it, who like to talk to me, because you can talk to me on my IG, so you need to follow me. I actually do like voice messages. I actually talk to people. But I would rather have 10,000 of those people than to have 10 million subscriber followers and none of them engage with me. None of them care what I'm doing. If I release a book or if I drop anything, they don't care. And I've seen that with so many TikTokers and YouTubers and musicians and actors and actresses. Like no one's showing up for their stuff. And it's just numbers. Like you can buy bots and stuff for that, but it doesn't matter. What matters is how many people are you emotionally connecting with. It's the difference between seeing a major artist who's mastered their craft, who knows what their audience likes, like Taylor Swift, who actually gives them gifts, knows their names, visits them. When they have doctor's appointments, she goes. Like she goes over and beyond. So when she has like announces a tour, it sells out like in the first 30 seconds. It's crazy. It's crazy. These tickets are like 10, 15, 20K for the first row or the first 5 rows. But these people love her so much because of the time she spends giving. Like that's like the key component I got from that guy's video is the giving. You always have to be in a mindset of giving as an artist. Don't just think about, hey, I'm gonna create this song, it's whatever, or I'm gonna write this book, it's nothing. Like, what's the point? Why are you making this? What is this doing for you? What is this? What story are you telling? Like, why? It's always the why. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. They'll make things, they'll make these videos, they'll grow these followings, but why? And that's why they tap out and they get burnt out, because there's no purpose behind it. But once you have your purpose, your brand, you know your mission, things get better. Things get tastier. The kitchen gets hot. The seasoning gets fresher. Like it's just, the groceries looking good. Like it's all organic. You know, there's a little steak in there, but it's all organic. It just gets better understanding why you're doing it. And it'll get to a point you'll just do it because you love it. And because you love it, people will love it because they support you and they like the energy. I'm out here giving y'all like motivational speeches and whatnot, but the video caught me. I had to come on here and I had to talk. So I took 20 minutes out your life. You're never going to get it back. I took it, it's mine. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do want to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting me on this channel and also supporting me on IG, on Pinterest, and just overall with my career. This year is just getting started. And the fact that I sold 300 books, like I can't really fathom it sometimes, but I sold 300 books plus for the month of March. The month of February, I think we hit 300 as well, like maybe 280, but including like Apple and Kobo and all the other stuff, 300. It's insane. Like this morning, I went on my my KDP, my Amazon, just checking the sales and seeing what's going on with everything. And I sold my first book in the morning. I sold a book in Spain. Wow, I need to go to Spain. I'm learning Spanish right now. My Spanish is getting a little bit better, but I need to go to Spain. Like I have to go to Spain now I need to meet that person who bought my book. And I also sold some books in China. Like that's what? Like that's crazy. So I can't do this writing stuff without you guys. And as my giveaway for you, for those who do watch me and you've made it here to the end, go ahead and DM me on my IG. I'm giving everyone and their mother sneak peek copies of all 5 of my books. My 6th book is coming out in April the 14th. It's coming soon. But for right now, I'm giving out 5 sneak peek copies of my books. And you can have those for free. They're PDFs. I'm sending them to as many people as possible because I want to keep giving. It's not really about buying my books. It's just I want you to buy, of course, like down the line to support me for sure because I got to keep all this stuff running. This water ain't cheap. See, this ain't cheap, but still, I want to give. So if you're interested in reading any of my books, go ahead and DM me on Instagram and just say, hey, I'm here for the book giveaway. And I'll immediately send you some books for free. All I need is your first name and your email, and that's it. Keep it cool. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate all you guys. April the 14th, I'll put it here again. A Well of Thoughts is coming out. I love this book. And I'll have some videos based on this book and what it's about, probably on my shorts and on my IG as well. But go ahead and check those out. And other than that, let me edit this video and we get started on the next video because the grind don't stop. I'm working out. I've been working out. Look at that. Like, I'm trying to get my summer body ready. Like, I'm trying to go to the beach. You're trying to go to the beach with me. Look at that. Look at this. I'm basically She-Hulk, but the creamier version. Like, like put me in your coffee. It's creamy, but flexing.